Hey, everybody. Thank you for your patience. I'm 4 minutes late because I've been literally battling with YouTube for 4 minutes watching The Ring of Death and going back and forth. And finally, I got it to work without having to create a whole new live stream. So thank you, everybody, for your patience. And thank you for showing up. Oh, man. I did see some of the chat while I was getting upset. Hey, Adam. Hope you had fun at the Alex's baseball practice. Hey, Todd. I'll catch the Monday ramble after the show while I'm eating dinner. Hey, Bob. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Yeah, it looks like he's eating the sub sandwich. Nice. Hey, Matt. Hey, Jim. Thanks for showing up. Hey, Rick. Hey, Paul. Hey, Keith. Hey, Zim. Michael. Hey, Mike, Steffi, hope you and family are doing well. Hey, there's Luke. How you doing, buddy? Hey, Mark. Yeah, Mark's seeing firsthand how crappy my mail service is. Hey, Dennis, thanks for showing up, man. I have two really awesome sets, and it's ironic that the one that is in the thumbnail is the newest one, which I'm sure we've all seen. But the second set is the oldest AFX complete set that I own. And there's a awesome story behind it. So if you don't remember whenever I did the unboxing, because it was part of a Look What Scott's Got about 3 years ago. Yeah. Oh boy. Maybe at least 2. But anyway, it's got an awesome story, and I thought, what better way to substitute, since I couldn't show Mark's awesome car, because that's why I was making the reference. It still hasn't arrived. So to anybody that knows that whenever I ship stuff, I apologize, you know what I'm saying? But he knows firsthand, even just getting it to me can sometimes be a challenge. Hey, Jeff. You sure you got an email today about your pit kit heading your way? I'm sorry it took so long. Hey, Carl. Thanks for joining in today, buddy. Better rehire the Pony Express. Hey, Bruce. The mayor said that it would have been faster if Mark just hopped in his car and drove it up here and drove back. And honestly, it's a 24-hour round trip to Florida, Daytona Beach from Springfield. So, yeah, even if he just did it 12 hours a day, he could have been here and back and been home in 4 days. And it's been over a week. So, yeah, he would have literally beat the Postal Service if he did that. Hey, Steve. Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike. Thank you for letting me know that, man. You did get the email, I hope, though, Jeff, showing that it was on its way. Got your cars today. Cool, Rick. Well, see, some people got some stuff. The mayor, but what was funny is the mayor got the car that Sweet Jane won as part of Mike's giveaway. Thank you. Oh, man, no problem, Carl. You should have an envelope coming, too. Is that the stickers you're talking about? Because I've only heard about 2 people getting my envelopes, and I sent off 4. Hey, Jack, thanks for showing up, man. Wow, we're shooting right up to 31. I hope you guys are as entertained just by looking at a couple of track sets tonight as I am, because, like I said, the Senna set, I know you've all probably seen it a bajillion times. Everybody's done their own takes and own reviews and stuff like that. But coming from a collector point of view, bam, they knocked it out of the park. Every set's numbered. The artwork's insane. It's officially licensed. I mean, come on. It's pretty awesome. Too many mics. There's a lot of Steves, too. A lot of Steves. Very popular names. The dude. Thanks for showing up, man. Like I said, this is if you caught Saturday night's show, thank you for showing up, A. B, I hope you enjoyed it. And C, you heard me say that if you made it that far, that tonight there was going to be one of two options. There was either going to be a Look What Scott's Got from Mark Slot Car Garage sending me that awesome Viper build that he did a video on yesterday building it. One like his that he's going to be giving away for his 1,500 subscriber giveaway. So you need to be subscribed to Mark Slot Car Garage so you can be entered to win that car. But the sister car, I guess, or the dad car, or whatever the hell you want to call it, the OG car is the one that's headed this way. And I had planned on trying to run it tonight. And then I'd mentioned a couple of TYCO cars that I was going to run, a Lexan body one, and just, you know, a normal Monday testing type of thing with me on the track. Well, if you missed the first part of the show, Mark and I both discovered the Postal Service failed us again. So if you remember Saturday night, I also mentioned I had plan B and I was just dying to do it. And so it's kind of like fate that it worked out this way anyway, because I've been dying to show off that track set, the Senna set and the car specifically since I got it. And then give some tips of things that why if you are a collector, why you would want to try to invest in this track set. Hey, PB&J. Well, tonight's your lucky night, buddy, because I got it sliced open and I got cars out, and we're gonna pull them out. We're gonna pull out the insides and show off the stuff, because this set is it reminds me of a giant raceway, if that makes any sense. And then the second set that we have, like I mentioned, it's the oldest complete AFX set that I have, to my knowledge. It's been a while since I've gone through them all, but memory serves me correct. This one is it. And there's an awesome story behind it that if you missed the original Look What Scott's Got when I did the opening on it, whenever I received it, then you're going to hopefully be as entertained and jaw dropped as I was whenever I heard the story and then get to tell the story. Wow, 35. Thanks everybody for showing up tonight. I was just going to intermingle with everybody for the first 15 minutes or so. And like I said, because it's kind of, yes, exactly, Bob. That's what I wanted to go over. I mean, even if you're not a collector, a reason why you'd want to buy this track set, not just because of the cars, but because of what's in the set. It has so many specialty pieces in it that if you start doing the math, you have to get a calculator because I can't add my fingers and toes that high. But if you start doing the math, the stuff that's in there individually would cost you more to buy individually than it would be to just get the whole set and get your cars and just have an addition to your track. Pretty cool. So before I got started, I want to know, PB&J says that he's got one. He hadn't opened it yet. Is there anybody else out there besides myself that was fortunate enough to have one of these? And once again, this is a Look What Scott's Got. It was donated by a channel watcher, I guess is the most vague way I can put it, because they asked me not to reveal them. They know how appreciative I am. We've spoken on the phone. But once again, I do want to say it's permanently out there in the digital world. Thank you for this generous gift, because there's no way right now that my wallet could have afforded to buy that. So yeah, I'm in huge debt. I mean, huge debt. Like I said, literally half my paycheck is for rent where I live, and then the other half I get to live on and pay bills with. So yeah, razor thin budget. And spending $250 on a track set, just isn't in it. So thank you to the person that did that. You know who you are. And if you're not here live, I hope you see it later. And as you well know, I'm very much appreciative. Yeah, I open everything. There you go, Matt. Hey, Danny. Oh, and good news, Danny. Patriot Commando bought your Aussie F1. I remember that he bought that night. And then another Steve purchased your horsepower shootout Mustang. So we got every single one of your cars sold. So good news, buddy. And as soon as I collect all the money, I'll give you a grand total of what I collected. And if we still got to wait on some, then we'll just send what we got. So. Oh yeah, Jim, I thought it was great too, man. And then it turns out Steve is a Mustang guy, and just color me jealous. I'm not going to tell you what he's got, but let's just say he's got some Mustangs that I would gladly trade my Mustang for either one of. And that's saying a lot because I've got a lot of sentimental value in that Mustang out there. But yeah. In the middle of cooking. Well, I haven't had dinner yet, Danny. So, put it in one of those heated bags, overnight it, and I can have it for dinner tomorrow. But oh no, man, this is above and beyond. And you, like I said, the people in this channel have just been so overwhelmingly generous. It's just hard for me to put into words. And like I said, I just I never started this channel to do get anything for free. But it's just nice to know that and people like to show their appreciation, I guess, for what I do. I'm just being me. That's all I can say. And I appreciate that other people appreciate that. So thank you, everybody. So let's get started. I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm going to show off the outside of the track set. And then I've already got the cars out. And yes, they already have been Novused and ceramic coated. So yeah, they look sweet. And then once we get a good look at those for a little bit, ooh and all over that. If you haven't seen them up close in 1080 HD, then I'll like I said, this camera is awesome. Once again, to the generosity of the channel. That's why we have this awesome camera. And then I'll move the cars out of the way, flip the track over, and we'll start pulling out, and we'll start showing off some of the track pieces and stuff like that. And that's the things I'm going to mention about why I think that if you're a collector, you're going to want to try to pony up for this track set at some point in time in the future before they do sell out. And if you're not a collector, and even if you're just getting back into the hobby, this is really a good set to have just because of the amount of track that you get and specialty pieces that you get that come with it. So enough of me flapping my yap about it. Let's swing it around here. Exactly, Michael. No problem, Danny. So the first thing I want to point out is the artwork on this box. This is it's photo quality artwork. It's awesome. It's the whole box and the picture of the car to boot and the man himself. So I know that this is going to be one of my display tracks in my living room when I get the shelves up, because like I mentioned, I've got a lot of tracks that I want to show off because of the artwork. And this is one of them right here. It would be really cool, I think, if they made a poster for this with AFX on it somewhere so that we could buy this. So in fact, I've even thought about reaching out to my contact at AFX and suggesting that to her, because I think honestly, if they had the ability to make a poster of this and put AFX Racing somewhere at the bottom or whatever, so they could tag it, that it would sell out, because you could put that in a frame and in any guy's racing room that's a F1 racing fan, and they would be all over it. Yeah, Mike. Oh yeah, no, like I said, I can't, that's why I'm pointing out some things that even, I could, even though I couldn't afford it now. It was going to be on the purchase list before they did sell out, because like Michael mentioned, Zims, they are going to go up when the numbers go down. And I will show that they all are numbered. Exactly, Keith. See, Mike, I thought that was a great idea too, personally. And then, like I said, you could have the AFX somewhere so they could have their logo on it. But keep this as a main poster with that detail, that car, him, the checkered flag. I mean, it's a yeah, exactly, Michael. That's what I'm saying. I think they would have a winner. I know I would have at least 2 or 3 of them, just because I'd want one in the to display, and then I'd have others to keep to sell for a later date. But like I said, I think that's a great idea. So there's reason number 1 why I think this is a good investment for a collector. And just on the collectible side is because of the artwork on the packaging itself, because it's not some bland stuff that you don't see this type of artwork on these anymore. So it's pretty cool. I'm impressed. And then, of course, the other main reason why you'd want to buy this set, not only because of the artwork and it's numbered, is because of the 2 cars, because those are going to be set only cars. And guys, I can tell you right now, whenever I was cleaning and polishing these bad boys, look at that detail. And from the photos, you know, it looked like they were always, the wings were sitting high, but they're really not that bad. See that? There you go. Right, Keith? And I've seen people actually selling these cars on eBay for $125 a pop. Guys, simple math says that's $250, and you can just buy a track set. Just go buy a track set. I mean, these things are so detailed. Even look at the helmet. Okay, so the helmet right there, I'm going to try to get it in there so you can see. Look at that. It's got a sponsor on the helmet. And then they did the center gold inserts on the Olympus. See the sponsorship, like I said, on the helmet. As you can see, they polish up really nice. I got him nice and clean. And then I'll swing it around here so we can look at the. See, he's got the sponsor on his helmet. Because yeah, Mike, I have, you know. Hey, Rob, thanks for joining in, man. Exactly, Danny. That's what I love about that. I mean, look at how they even took the time to do the radiator cooling vents on the side and painted them silver. Okay, and then there's something I wanted to point out on the back end. Notice they even did the diffusers. See there it is. See the diffuser? And then there's the diffuser back there. That black piece. Yeah, Jack, I know. Yeah, no, me too. But, you know, we live in a different era now. That's why whenever I get those tobacco and alcohol cars and I sell them, I tell everybody, you're never going to see them again. So you better take advantage of them if you want to see one on your track. But I mean, they painted the belts are different colors. You know, he's got a little steering wheel in there. Can you see that? See the steering wheel? These cars, guys, for the size, unbelievable detail. Hey, John. And I am obviously these are going to be in my case, but man, they're awesome looking cars. Hey, Joe. Yeah, I am super duper impressed. I really like the fact that they did the gold inserts on the black car. And yeah, you can see I got it polished. I mean, it's shiny, 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 shiny. I made sure that they were going to look as new as they looked when I opened that box. Wheels need a little backwash, yeah. Yeah, they're awesome looking cars. So here, let me do this. Move the mountain out of the way. And I want to show you guys, they've changed. If you bought an AFX track recently, oh, no, polishing these two cars is a nightmare. I can just tell you that right now. It is a nightmare. Your microfiber towel wants to hang on everything, especially these little inlets right back here. But if you haven't bought an AFX track set in a while, they used to put their cars in baggies, and they've changed, at least with this set. Oh, here. This is what I wanted to show you if you were a collector first. Okay. Just a second here. I'm repositioning the camera. So there you see, that's what I was talking about. Every single one of these is numbered. And so, you know, there's only a limited number of production of them. And I mean, like I said, it just increases the collector value. Oops. Need an HO scale microfiber? No, Rick, what I need is an HO scale person to do it. Put them to work. Here, that's what I'll do is I'll pull the trays out and then I'll move the big box out of the way. Because this tray is the one that's got all the goodies in it. Yeah, they packed it in 2 egg crates. So where I last left off while I was on the struggle bus getting everything out, what I was mentioning is how they pack the cars now. This is what they do. They put them in these trays. And put them in there like that. So there's no more baggies. And so what's really cool about this is it's got some of the limited edition stickers, which obviously are these. Exactly, Keith. That's what I'm talking about, with all the track pieces and everything you're getting, and then the collectability of it and the cars down the road, if you ever did want to get out of it or sell it or whatever. Yeah, it's a sweet track set, especially with I mean, these are all the different track sets that you can make. Obviously, there's a lot of straightaways in this, so you could really get the cars to open up. And they show you how to use your hairpins and your chicanes that come with it. Same thing. Those are big layouts, guys. Look at that. 12 by 7.5. Yeah, see, they even tell you how much space you're going to need there, floor space, Belgium. This thing is a huge track layout. Look at that. 11 by 7.5. That's a big layout, guys. That's a lot of track. Exactly. Wide curves. Yes. If you don't want banks, the next best thing is to have a long sweeping corner. That's why I would really like for them to come out with a 15-inch bank. So like I mentioned, what's really cool about this track set is not only the amount of track, the car, the fact that it's limited production, but it also comes with all these extra specialty pieces. So you get 2 chicanes. Obviously, the hairpin. Couple of squeeze tracks just to make it interesting. And then all the new guardrails plus the new, so you get the new taller arm guard type rails, and then you get the ones with the fencing too. All the best pieces, right, Steffi? So, I mean, if you're going to stick with a 2-lane track, honestly, I don't know why you wouldn't want this one because of all the pieces, the amount of everything that it comes with, the rarity and whatnot. But if you're wanting a starter set and you're going to try to go 4-lane, then obviously I would suggest the Super International because you get 4 cars and everything else like that. But if you're wanting more track and less cars, this is by far the way to go. By far. Not even close. Gotta be smarter than what you're trying to do. There we go. Cool. Good enough. I'll worry about the details later. Obviously, this is what we were talking about, the big sweeping corners. Yeah. So look at all those 15-inchers. Oh, those are the 18s, sorry. So 15s and 18s. So that's a sweeping corner for high speed. Hey, Slightly Mad. Rob, someone gifted it to me, believe it or not. Exactly, Keith. You're on your way right there. I mean, this is an awesome set. And of course, it comes with the obligatory AFX extra set of shoes, springs, and a piece of sandpaper. Once again, when I mentioned to them about the poster in my email, I'm going to ask them to add another nickel onto the cost and throw in shoes and springs for 2 cars, since they do have 2 cars in the set. something I wanted to show off was one of his sayings that, or a quote that he gave somebody at some point in time, and they used it on the box. Oh yeah, John. Well, the nice thing about that, you get a 15 and an 18 together, and you could have a 4-lane layout of drifting. I'm not designed to come in second or third. I'm designed to win. That is awesome. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. It says, I am not designed to come in second or third. I am designed to win. That's a winner's mentality right there. Oh yeah, Adam, it's huge. Look at the size of those race sets. You know, some of them have to be at least 12 feet. So yeah, you're going to have 2 4x8 sheets or a big open space to do some of these monster layouts. But that's the whole point. There's a lot of track in there. When the green flag stops, the BS stops. Exactly, Keith. Like I tell everybody, it's easy to talk the talk. You know who the people are that can walk the walk, because they can back it up. So, my opinion, for the money that you're paying and what you're getting in value, rarity, exclusivity, it's numbered. The specialty track pieces, 18-inch curves. I mean, come on, man. That's awesome. Chicanes, hairpins. I'm saying, guys, this is a thumbs up track. If you just want a 2-lane track, this one beats the Giant Raceway all to pieces. I would take this set all day long over the Giant Raceway. Oh yeah, Jack. Exactly, Paul. That's what I loved about him. That's why I like Larry Bird. If any of you guys are basketball fans, Larry Bird's my favorite basketball player, and is because he was the biggest trash talker in the NBA. And it wasn't because he talked trash; it's because he could back it up. So was it really trash, or was it gloating? Yeah, I love that one, Keith. I told my parents that, and they laughed. Too much on the screen. There we go. Yeah, I'm just saying, guys. So, in a wrap up, this thing has way more positives than any negatives that I can find. Obviously, the price point's a negative for a lot of people, including myself. If someone wasn't generous enough to donate this to me, I would not own this set. So, thank you again, and you know who you are. Yeah, all I can say is thank you, because now that I've seen it in person, I can't recommend these cars enough for their detail, for one, but the amount of track and what you're getting, yeah, it's hard to beat this price. Plus, you get limited edition stickers. I'll show those off one more time. How often do you get limited edition stickers? Not just some old Scott's House of HO Racing sticker, but something that actually worth something. Oh yeah, Luca. Yeah, he can talk it. He can talk some smack too. Yeah, there's a lot of those younger guys that can flap the yap. It's just not a lot of them that can back it up, and that's what I loved about Larry Bird. Besides him being good. So there's the first track set of the night, the Ayrton Senna. That's the newest track set that I have. I give it a big thumbs up. If you're going to go 2-lane racing, I suggest this one over the Giant Raceway. If you're going to go 4-lane racing, I still suggest the Super International. But even then, somewhere down the road, you're going to want to get this set before they do sell out, because they're going to do nothing but go up in value. If people are selling those cars on eBay now for $125, yeah, that just means they're going to go up. They're not going to go down. Let me move these out of the way. I'm not going to be on the struggle bus live putting them back in there. Oh, yeah, John. I think they did too. Oh, Luca got game. Yeah, he's got game. That's for sure. Yeah, no, he lets everybody know about it. But I want to see if he has the same long career. So the second set tonight is the oldest AFX set that I own. So to those of you that could care less about the new stuff, I'm hitting both worlds. I've got old world and new world. And tonight, as you can see here, this is a AFX track set that was a JCPenney catalog order. And in case you guys weren't familiar or didn't know, or if you do know, I'm sorry I'm boring you, but this is supposed to be educational for people. So if you're just getting back into the hobby, never been in the hobby, this is how I'm going to explain this. So back in the day, Sears, your major retailers, JCPenney's, and others, you could order track sets through their mail order catalogs. And when you got them, they came in a plain brown box. And that was so that the toy manufacturer could save money on the packaging, and they gave the department stores better deals. So they'd give them bigger tracks for less money if they let them ship it like this. So that's I've got a couple of TYCO tracks like this that are mail order only. In fact, the Sears, the Sears truck set. This one right here. Yeah, see it. That's what I'm talking about, Adam. Yep, you got it right there, buddy. One of those TYCO sets. It's a Super Truck Race USA or something like that, and it's in a white box, and it was sold through Sears, and that's how you got that truck. Besides on the wall or on the card. So anyway, that's why you're looking at a plain brown box instead of anything fancy. So we went from awesome. Okay, I can do that for you, Keith. We went from awesome artwork to zero artwork. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to see the extremes. And then there's what you got on the thing right there. That's the only information on the box besides a SKU number there. There you go. So that was it right there. So if you saw this as a kid on Christmas, you'd probably be really disappointed. I'll be honest. I mean, you'd look at that, open it up, and go, well, I got a brown box. Cracking myself up. So what we have here is the Smokey and the AFX Challenge. As long as I'm full of socks. Yeah, right, Mike? So as you can see there, it's or undies. Yeah, either one slightly. As you can see there, we got a police car and an AFX tractor trailer. I'm getting ready to try to find a date on the 1979. So if you're old enough to remember there was a movie made with Sally Fields and Burt Reynolds. Anybody know the name of that movie? Nope, this isn't a US one. This is an AFX. This is AFX. Smokey and the Bandit, Paul. You got it, buddy. That's what this track set was made after, was Smokey and the Bandit. Some bitch in the Smokey, yep. Yeah, you guys got it. I knew there were some people out there that understand. I knew they'd be picking up what I was throwing down. So, yes, that's exactly what they made, was right here. Obviously, it's got all the paperwork. I mean, I'm talking all of the paperwork. It's got everything. What's really cool is I wish they would do stuff like this, is it shows you all the G plus cars of the day, you know, your dream catalog, basically. And if you own that car right there, you got some money. Breaker, exactly, Rob. You got it. And I'm just going to point out a simple observation now that I'm looking at this. The only car I don't have is that one. That's crazy. So, yeah, I've got all these cars, but that one. Yeah, that Jackie Gleason hat. And if you remember me talking about the Data Race Computer Center that I sold because I didn't think I'd need it anymore because I couldn't do 4-lane track, that's what that was, but I didn't have the sound tower. I wish I would have never sold it. I sold that thing for $30. Yeah, I gave it away, I know. These are the trucks that come in it. Well, one of them. But I have both the trucks up there, plus the one that's in here. You guys remember the flex track? the crap track, as I called it? Yeah, because it sucked. It was like running your slot car over cobblestones. Don't touch the blue plastic. Yeah, it rusted really good. Sucks track, yeah. So it is really cool to go back in time and look at this old printed memorabilia, the stuff that comes with it. It still has the original 90-day warranty card. And here's the real kicker. It still comes with the original stickers. And yes, kids, they are still flexible. So you could peel them off. I don't know how long they'd stick, but the original stickers. So it's really cool that I've been showing you all that stuff, but there's some really, really cool stuff in here, and there's a story behind it. So, like I mentioned, this is a track set that I purchased off of eBay. I got it because I obviously the Smokey and the Bandit, and I wanted the truck and the cop car that came with it. Okay, so this is going to sound crazy, guys. So get ready. This is getting ready to knock your socks off. So when I did the opening of this, whenever I purchased it, I sent the message to the seller, and I said, please pack it very well, because I'm going to open it up live on my YouTube channel, and I don't want anything to be broken, you know, because that's a very valuable set to me. And it was a woman. And she replied back, no problem. I'll pack everything really nice. And you can see she did. Really good stuff. I mean, you know what's in here. And so she watched the show. She watched me unpack it. And it's giving me goosebumps right now. She reached out to me after the show was over the very next day and told me the story behind this track. So here's where I'm getting ready to blow your guys' doors off. So her brother, this was his track. He passed away, and they were and he had taken over ownership of their parents' house after they had passed away. And while she was going through the basement, she found this track. This track was used one time on Christmas Day in 1979, and then he packed it away, and it was never opened again until she opened it up to take pictures of it to sell it on eBay. And she was so happy that her brother's track set was going to somebody that would appreciate it and that loved the slot car hobby. And it's getting me teared up. That's crazy stuff. So literally from 1979 till the time that there were pictures taken, till the time that I'd opened it up, this track set had only been out open in the light of day 3 times in almost 40 years. That's crazy. And what's even crazier is what I'm getting ready to show you that was all included with this track set. Like I said, it gets me teary-eyed telling that story because he literally played with it one day on Christmas, put it away, and then it sat in their parents' basement until he passed away. So here's some of the extra cars that were included that. Thank you, Paul. No, I was going to say, I think it was fate. I think the slot car gods wanted me to have this track. So let me, there we go. Oh yeah, Mike. Yeah, no, definitely goes both ways. And just to prove, barely used, guys. Hey, Ed, thanks for showing up, man. And your car's on the way. Hope you got the email. And if you guys have been on eBay and you've tried to price and buy any one of the 3 of these, these cars are some pretty expensive cars. But wait, there's more. Remember, it's the Smokey and the Trucker set. So we have more in here. Obviously, the cop car is one of them, and there's an extra cop car in the Cougar. There's the trailer. The perfect truck. Magnasonic, yep. I ain't afraid no popo. And nothing screams 70s like a look-alike Fall Guy van. Yeah, exactly. Don't take candy from that guy. Oh yeah, shacking wagon. I live in a van down by the river. If any of you watch Saturday Night Live, you know my reference there. Another person that was taken too soon. I've literally, guys, I've got goosebumps just sitting here thinking about the story, reading the story, knowing the story behind this, and just feeling overwhelmingly blessed that I'm the person that now owns it. Yeah, those lights actually light up. Here, let me go get my battery. Little Eddie Murphy reference there. Someone stole your battery. The guide pin is hitting. Can't get the, man, darn it. I'm going to see him flash. I'm still struggle busting. Just a second. Yeah. Yeah. See, it's got the flag guide pin, and I can't get my battery on it. See if I can. It's trying to work. Very cool. Rob, I purchased this off of eBay like maybe 3 years ago. And the main reason why I got it is because of, well, what I thought the main reason was because I wanted the truck and the car. And then she didn't show any pictures of these extra cars. These were all a surprise. These were extras that he was given on Christmas Day that she forgot to take pictures of. So the only thing I knew about in the track set was those two. And then when it showed up, it had all these others in it. Yeah, no, that's yeah, these cars right here are at least, I know for a fact this one goes for $70 to $90. I've seen it go for as much as $100 if both the lights and the mechanism work. This stalker right here, it goes for every bit a 60 plus minimum, and they don't even look that good. I mean, these are like brand. Well, I mean, guys, they've been hidden in this box. See the simulated hood latches? That's what those are. See? She didn't want any more money. I even offered. Funny you say that. She just said she was happy they were going to a good home, which warmed my heart. Don't pull a Brian and drop it. Oh no, Steve. Whenever I saw those cars, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying that I got this whole track set for $150 shipped to my door. Oh yeah, Steve. I knew that she had grossly undersold it because those three cars by themselves would have been $150. And just buying that good truck is a $80 to $100 truck now with the lights that work and the smokestacks that are still on it, and then the cop car with the lights that work and everything. So basically, I bought the track set just for these two things because these two were worth what I paid for the whole thing. I made out like the bandit. Yes, Danny. Yep. If he did, he didn't run them much. They're barely scuffed. And so these were brand new. He got them out of the cube back in the day. Yeah, Bruce, I'm a very blessed person. So um, I don't take anything that I have for granted, and I am very appreciative of everything that I have because, like I've mentioned, I don't know if you guys have heard me say it, and if you haven't, then you'll understand. But if you have heard it, I apologize for saying it again. But in my youth, when I was in junior high, our house burned, so I know what it's like to lose everything. And the only thing I did not lose was the one thing that I had moved had not moved to the new house, and that was my slot car stuff. So the only thing that I got left over from my youth was my slot car set and my original train and some of my original train track. And so when I hear a story about this, that's just amazing to me. You know, it's set in a basement for almost 40 years. You know, honestly, if you put a moisten them up a little bit because those are real rubber up there. Yeah, I bet you could use them for a little bit if you wanted to. But yeah, no, these are never touching the track, and so this track set's always going to hold a special place in my heart, um, even though it came in a plain brown box. So there's my J.C. Penney's oldest Aurora AFX track set from 1979. The awesome story behind said track set. And then, like I said, sometimes I think the universe has a plan for you and you just don't know it. Because that would be one of the perfect examples. And the Senna set that I was given is another thing that, yeah, like I said, I'm speechless. It's just, you don't get into the hobby to do have these kind of emotions or anything like that. You get into it because you enjoyed it and you're having fun with your friends or whatever. Or in my case, like I like to collect cars. So I was specifically going after that. And then the story came in. And to me, the story behind everything on that track set is more valuable than what I paid for it. I couldn't put a price on that story. And then the blessing of the sister that sold it, that gives me goosebumps, guys. That's just awesome. And then the generosity of getting the Senna set, that gives me goosebumps too. And so that track set's always going to have a special place in my heart. So while we won't see this specific track set on the wall, we will see the Senna on the wall. But I am going to be putting those cars in a case, and they're going to be labeled. And that way, if anybody ever asks, I can come back with that story. And I don't know anybody that doesn't have a heart that doesn't tug at your heartstrings with, because that's some pretty cool stuff. Well, Steve, My suggestion to you, my friend, is before you think you're going to pass away, is to sell it and pass it on to people you want to pass it on to if you don't have family or relatives that are interested in the hobby. And that way you have some sort of control over where some of your most special cars to you go. I know that that's what I plan on doing. I'd love to be able to say I could afford a mausoleum, whatever, where I could have all this stuff and be buried in my Mustang in the middle, and then have people have tours, but that ain't ever going to happen. But that's my plan. Is so when I retire is when I start selling off this collection, and then I'm going to save the most special cars to me that I'm going to give away as gifts whenever I think that that ending day is getting near. Anybody have any questions on anything? Awesome. I told you guys, I had a couple of great track sets. I hope you guys were disappointed. Like I said, I went from beautiful artwork to plain brown box to F1 cars back to, Smokey and the Bandit. So, you know what I'm saying? We covered it all. See, that's what I'm talking about, Joe. You want to adopt a 64-year-old? And he's house trained. That is so awesome, Joe. See, what's crazy is whenever we were at a buddy of mine that were in college, and we rented a 3-bedroom house, and we decided to turn the 3rd bedroom into a slot car racing room. And so we went out and I bought, I'll show it off the next time I do a track set, but it's the Bill Elliott Challenge or something like that. Comes with the Bill Elliott Thunderbird and that one. And that's somewhere around 1989. And I still have that track set. In fact, I bought another one because I got such a smoking deal on it. So I actually have 2 of those track sets. But what's really cool is I have the original. And I've got one of my original tracks that may actually be older than this one. But it doesn't hold as much to my heart as this one, even though I paid for that track myself by saving quarters, because that's what I got paid every week to do chores, was a quarter a week. And then I'd save quarters in order to buy that track set. So there's a story behind that one too. So I may actually have one that's older than 1979. So this one may not be my oldest, but it's my oldest special one, which is pretty damn cool. $10, man, that is awesome. Thank you, Mike. Yep. Well, thank you, Dell. Yeah, no, guys, that's what I'm saying. That's what I have. Once again, some people, because I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes I get hate mail. People telling me that they think that I'm bragging. I'm not bragging by any shape of the imagination. I can't count how many times I said I'm blessed and grateful and appreciative of everything that I own. I have almost close to 100 track sets. So I've got a lot of track sets to show off. But I don't think any of them are going to beat that story. Yeah. I actually got accused of keeping cars from kids because I was collecting them and keeping them from kids from having them to play with to enjoy. I mean, you get all kinds. You just never know. Yeah, dude, that was going to be a new one. Hey, G-Bud. Paul, I get stuff like that about once every couple of weeks. It's all good. Guys, there is so much more positive that I get out of this hobby than the few negative people that want to try to bring me down or try to take pot shots at me. I am like, to those of you that remember John Gotti, the Teflon Don. Hey, let the haters hate. It just bounces right off. In fact, I get a kick out of it that they feel so entitled from their peer of authority that they can come down and judge me without even knowing who I am or knowing my story. So, like I said, it's all good. Yeah, Jim. No, like I said, it's when you have that many people that are when you're putting yourself out there on the internet, it's not going to always be hugs and kisses. And I understand that. And when I first started getting that stuff, when I first started doing the channel, it used to bother me. And then I realized that, that's only one person out of maybe, 100 that comment. So why am I going to let, 10% or 1% or less dictate how I do my show or explain? It don't bother me a bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, G-Bud, you know how I feel, man. I'm on a couple people's, two or three people's hate mail list on YouTube. But once again, I don't let other people dictate what I do with my channel, our channel, because I feel like we've stayed true to it. And I was doing this before I started this channel, so this channel had nothing to do with what I was doing. I just decided to share my joy of doing all of this with the world and try to get other people involved with it. And so, and it's working. This channel attracts new people all the time. And like I just mentioned to Adam, my monthly review, 27% of the subscribers to this channel are female. Guys, that's over 1,000 women that are subscribed to the channel in a male dominated hobby. I can't be more appreciative of that. And it's because the people that participate in the chat that make women feel comfortable, and that this isn't just some, boys locker room sitting around talking. We're actually, talking about the hobby, and we have some good times. But mainly it's about the hobby and having fun. And they can see that some of them like the racing, some like the diorama. You know what I'm saying? It's really cool to have that many female subscribers, and I encourage more, to be quite honest, because just a little fun fact, women have quicker reflexes. So if they put their mind to it, they could actually be better drivers than us. Exactly, Rob. That's it right there, man. That's it. You nailed it to a T, man. Yeah, that's why I tell everybody, if they get anything, like G-Bud, if you get anything negative that anybody says, let the haters hate. Adam gets it. I get it. PTT gets it. We all get it. Eventually, if you've got a YouTube channel, eventually you're going to get it. And all I can say to you is, when you do get it, if you haven't already, is just tell them thank you for stopping by. That's all I do. Hey, thank you for stopping by. Hey, Patrick. Wow, I hate to end the show. We're up to 50 people. But it was an awesome show. So if you're just now tuning in, you definitely want to go back, because I showed off 2 really kick-ass track sets. First one being the Ayrton Senna, and how I gave it the collector's thumb up, the getting back into the hobby thumbs up. If you've already got a track set, thumbs up, just because there's so many positives with that track set and at the price point that it's at. And like I mentioned, these cars are selling for $125 a piece. So why would you just buy the cars when you buy the whole track set, and it's numbered? So if you do like I did and just be real careful and slice the hot glue where you can just open it up without tearing the box, you can just pull the cars out, enjoy them, and then put them back in there at a later date if you don't want the track. And then the other one was the one that I feel like is the one that, like I said, it gives me goosebumps to this day. It tears me up telling the story. It's just an awesome story, an awesome track. And it just goes to show you, sometimes objects can be more valuable than the object itself. And that is the case with that right there. The truck, the van, and the 2 cop cars and the stock car, those are valuable. But the story that comes with it, man, you can't put a price on that. To this day, like I said, if I could show you my arms, I've got goosebumps, because it's just really awesome to know that her brother loved it. She was happy that it went to a new home, and I smile every time I think about it and the story. And you can see in my eyes, it's a tears of joy, and all at the same time. So it's pretty cool. It's very rare that you get the opportunity to have that kind of stuff enter into your life. And if you ever do have it, please share it, because somebody somewhere felt you were blessed enough to be in that position and wanted you to have that. So pretty awesome stuff. Okay, Keith, no problem, man. G-Bud, the mail came today and I got nothing. I didn't get your envelope or Mark's card. Yeah, you missed the beginning of the show. Nothing came today. That's why we did the track sets instead of being on the track itself. But when I get it, dude, if I get it, as soon as I get it, I'll text you and let you know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Well, yeah, if you don't mind, I don't know. I mean, for all I know, they stuck it in the wrong mailbox and somebody else opened it up and then decided not to give it back, or I just never got it yet. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. At least with Mark's, we have a tracking number and we know that it's circling Springfield going to distribution centers. For 3 days, his car has literally been circling around Springfield. Kind of funny and aggravating all at the same time. But so, guys, like I said, I appreciate you having this little Scott story time hour, I guess, about a couple of awesome track sets, someone's awesome generosity, an awesome story on a track set that, to me, like I said, the story behind it is way more valuable than the money that I paid for it. Like I said, you know, share this story with other people that have track sets and stuff like this. Don't let this kind of stuff go to a stranger like me and hope that they want to take care of it. You know, make sure that somebody gets your stuff that you want to have it. That's what I'm getting at. Because I know I'm blessed to have this, and she was happy that I got it, but I'm sure he would have preferred probably to give it to one of his friends or something like that. So, like I said, I'm blessed that I have it. I want to thank you guys again for showing up on this Monday night. Now, after this show's over, if you haven't already, you need to go back and check out Sunday. Mark with Mark's SLOTCAR Garage did a Viper build that for his 1,500 subscriber giveaway. And that'll give you a little preview of the car that he sent me that the post office won't deliver. So you can check that for Sunday. And then when you get done watching Mark's video, you need to go over and check out Todd at Told You Racing, because he's got the Monday Ramble and always good stuff, man. Love the Monday Ramble. Then tomorrow night, we have Bob at the Electric Avenue with the virtual Slot Car Racing League. Definitely get a hold of Bob if you want to join in. At the very least, watch. It's very entertaining stuff. And maybe Patrick will show off his Dexter sheeting he's got up again, so people will get my reference if he's racing tomorrow night. Then Wednesday night, I'm not sure if Adam's going live yet or not. I know that Alex has baseball practices and stuff like that going on right now, so we'll have to be on the lookout for that. But I do know on Thursday nights, most Thursday nights, we have ProTicketToys.com, ProTicketToys.com with Brian, Ryan, Danny, Mac in the gang. And they will do the auction, and then they do the race night right after. And as soon as they usually start the race night is about the same time that Kenton with Slot Cars and HO Trains does Pimp Your Layout. So if you don't want to start a YouTube channel and you do have stuff you want to show off, go by and check out Kenton's show. Hit the link in his comment section on your phone and then show off your stuff, man. It's really cool. Easy way to share what you have with the world without starting up a channel and having to go through all the camera issues and stuff like that. And then on Friday night, we've got my buddy Rich with Rich's Slot Car Room. He does the thank God it's other than TYCO Friday, or thank God it's TYCO Friday. Either way, it works. And if you didn't check out his last show, he gave me a shout out with the cowbell. I'll warn you now, turn down the volume when you start that video, because he will blast your ears with that cowbell. So thank you, Rich, for doing that. And then that brings me back to Saturday night, and we have another Slot Car Saturday Night Live, and you know, more awesome fun, some awesome cars. Some more twin packs. Let's just put it that way, twin pack cars and stuff like that. So we've got a busy week this week, not to mention all the people that pop up videos in between now and then. Support the people that support the hobby. Go down below, hit more, and then you can see how to connect with Steve with his custom aluminum rims, Keith, Rooster Horton with all of his diorama stuff, Luke with MX69. You can go to his store with the Scott's HO20 discount code. Get 20% off his eBay store. We got Matt with MCM Slot Cars and Manchild Motorsports. He's got 2 YouTube channels, but get a hold of him for some of your controller holders and some other 3D printed stuff that I saw. He got the Mare whenever the Mare ordered some. Then we got Steve Rooster Racing down below. He's got some of those limited edition PTT, Hardin Creek, Slot Car Central GT40s on sale, $35 shipped while supplies last. I've got his phone number and his Facebook link down below. And then right below there, we've got my buddy G-Bud that's in the chat here, G-Bud's Custom and Speed Shop. Reach out to G-Bud for your custom paint jobs or hop-ups on your cars. Get a hold of him. Like I said, you guys see all the work that he does for me and other people on the channel. Does good stuff. Get a hold of him if you've got a vision. Let him put it down on a car for you and have something unique on your track. So, guys, I'm going to go get me some dinner like Mr. Sosa was making when we started this bad boy show. I want to thank everybody again for showing up live. If you're watching later, thank you again for showing up. And if you haven't subscribed, be sure and go ahead and do that. It doesn't cost anything. And if you want to become a member, it only costs 99 cents a month. You can do that below also in the more section. So, guys, I will see you tomorrow night over at Bob's Electric Avenue and at the other shows throughout the rest of the week. Get out there, light some sparks and melt some plastic. Enjoy the rest of your week until I see you personally on Saturday Night Live. Bye-bye, guys.